Managing bookings across multiple platforms can get messy, right? Hi, I'm Valerie from MotoPress, and today I'll show you how to keep everything synchronized step by step. The hotel booking plugin lets you sync availability and bookings from your website with Airbnb, Booking.com, TripAdvisor, HomeAway, or any service that supports iCal. It creates unique calendars for each property so you can export them to other platforms and import calendars from OTAs. That way, all your bookings stay updated automatically. Alright, let's jump in and see how it works. If your property is listed on multiple platforms and you take direct bookings on your side, syncing all channels helps you avoid double bookings. So, you might be asking, is MotoPress Hotel Booking a channel manager? Well, not exactly. At its core, hotel booking combines on-site booking management, accommodation listings, and iCal-based availability sync with external channels. Put together, that means you can build a ready-to-go rental site on WordPress, take direct bookings, and keep your calendar aligned with OTAs, and all these without juggling a bunch of separate tools. Now, you might wonder, does it matter what kind of channels you use? The answer is yes. The synchronization works through the iCal file format, which most popular calendar apps and OTAs support. That way, your availability and bookings stay in sync automatically. Basically, as long as your channels support iCal, hotel booking keeps everything in sync on its end, while external platforms update according to their own schedules. To set up booking synchronization, go to Bookings and open Sync Calendars. Here, you'll see a list of all your accommodations, each with its own unique calendar URL in the export column. Before you export any calendar links, there is one important thing to check. Make sure your website is not in the maintenance mode. Also, a quick heads up here, some booking platforms won't accept a calendar link if there are no bookings in it yet. So if that happens, just add at least one booking for the accommodation. Alright, now let's export calendars. To do this, copy the export calendar link and add it to your external booking platform. Each accommodation has its own unique URL, so make sure you paste the correct link into the matching listing on the OTA's side inside their iCal settings. Just copy the link, paste it where required, and repeat the same steps for every accommodation you want to sync. I've already done this part to save us some time, so let's move on to the next step. Now let's import calendars back into your website. First, go to the external platform, find the iCal link for that listing, and copy it. Then head back to your WordPress dashboard, open the Sync menu, hover over the accommodation you need, click Edit, then Add New Calendar, and paste the link. Here you can add as many calendar links as needed, as long as the platform supports iCal. Once you're done, click Update, and you'll see a confirmation that the accommodation was updated. Now, when we click back, you can see the new link listed under External Calendars. That means this accommodation is ready to sync. You'll just repeat the same steps for all the other accommodations you plan to connect. Edit, add a new calendar, update. Very easy. Once all your platforms are cross-linked, you can sync bookings manually or enable automatic synchronization. But before we do that, let's quickly fine-tune the sync settings. Go to Accommodations, Settings, and scroll down to Calendar Synchronization. Here you'll see a few options you can adjust. First, export admin blocks. This syncs block dates from your website to external platforms as well. So next, do not export imported bookings. This one is important if you're syncing across multiple platforms, and when it's enabled, your site only exports direct bookings, and when it's disabled, both direct and imported bookings are shared. Then there is export and import bookings with buffer time. If you use buffer days for cleaning or preparation, this option makes sure those gaps are respected across all platforms. Buffer rules are managed in the booking rules settings, and you can apply them to all properties, to specific ones, or you can apply them to certain seasons. The minimize logs option is enabled by default, so you can leave that as it is. And once everything looks good, click Save. Now let's try a manual sync. You can sync all accommodations at once or just one specific property. To sync a single accommodation, click Sync External Calendars under that listing. When the process finishes, you'll see a status screen showing how many bookings were imported. If you click View, you'll get a detailed summary, a booking number, and the dates that are now unavailable. Let's sync one more accommodation just to double check everything. Now let's sync all calendars at once. So just click this button and you can see the process running. Perfect. Once it's done, you can open any accommodation and check how many bookings were received. Alright, now let's take a look at the imported bookings. Go to all bookings. You'll notice a new tab called Imported Bookings. Let's open it. Here you'll see all reservations pulled in from external platforms. If you don't see them right away, open Screen Options and enable Display Imported Bookings. When you open an imported booking, you'll see the check-in and check-out dates, logs with the short summary, and details like the accommodation name and guest count. What you won't see here are prices, guest contact details, or booked services. That's because iCal synchronization focuses on availability. The key information is the dates, and some platforms may also include a guest name or booking ID to help identify the reservation. If needed, you can edit the imported booking right here. Now let's switch to the admin calendar. External bookings are shown in blue, which makes them easy to spot. So you can click any booking to view details or make changes. As you see, each imported booking also has a UID, a unique identifier that helps systems recognize the same booking and apply updates correctly during synchronization. Okay, now let's talk briefly about cancellations. When booking is cancelled on an external platform, it usually disappears from their iCal feed. What happens next depends on how that platform handles sync. Some platforms automatically remove missing bookings, others don't, which means manual cleanup may be needed. In hotel booking, imported bookings that are removed on the original platform are also removed during sync. Manual sync works fine, but automatic sync saves time and keeps availability up to date without extra effort. So finally, let's set up automatic synchronization. Go back to Settings, scroll down, and enable Automatic External Calendar Synchronization. Next, Set the clock value. This defines when the first sync runs, and it's based on UTC, not your local time zone. From that moment on, the system uses this time as a reference for all future syncs. Then choose how often synchronization should run. Every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, hourly, twice a day, or once a day. Keep in mind, external platforms also have their own sync schedules, so it's a good idea to check their documentation. One important thing to know, automatic sync runs when there is activity on your site. So as soon as someone visits, the system checks and updates availability. You can also choose how often to clear sync logs. Daily is usually the best option. And once everything is set, click Save. And you're all set. And one last thing, calendar downloads. You might be wondering why there is a download calendar option. This lets you manually download a calendar file from your site and upload it to an OTA as an ICS file. You can also import calendar files the same way. Just click Import Calendar, choose the file, and upload it. This is useful when a platform doesn't provide an iCal link or when you only need to import bookings once. For example, if you used another booking system before and already have future reservations saved as calendar files, you can import them instead of adding everything manually. One more quick thing before we wrap up, you can always click Calendar Sync Status. It's a simple way to double check that your calendars are updating as expected and to quickly spot any issues if something didn't sync properly. So that's how Booking Sync works. You connect your calendars, set the options you need, and iCal keeps your availability up to date so you don't run into double bookings. Once automatic sync is on, it pretty much runs in the background. Just remember, some platforms need at least one booking before they accept the calendar link. And before you go, if this video was helpful, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future tutorials. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.